You have it so far away.
Is that better?
You're welcome.
Wait for people to show up.
I guess if that's what you're doing.
No, live on your channel, the Dustin. Why am I getting a notification from my own channel? That's never happened before. Nobody's watching us. Not even my parents. They're still on their way home.
No, they're not. They're home. I text her. That's probably her right there.
Oh. Hi, Mom and Dad. Are any other friends going to join us? I'm looking for somebody to pop up. Steven's there. Oh, it's Steven. Steven's here. Hi, Steven.
Apparently, we're going to wait a minute or two.
We're just waiting. Waiting. Oh, there's 2 people watching. If you're watching, please comment so we know you're watching. One of those is probably my mom, would be my guess. Wheatree's here. Hey, Wheatree, we missed you last week. Of course, we were, no, it was 2 weeks ago that she wasn't on. We were only on for a minute or 2 minutes last week.
Ken and Ariel are there too. I need to get can we get my glasses, please? They're on the table, coffee table.
Hey, we met some people that know you guys. What were their names?
Arnett. David and Stephanie Arnett.
They came here last week, what, Sunday?
Yeah.
Last week, Sunday.
No, Monday.
Monday?
Monday.
Was the day I worked, wasn't it? Yep. Yeah, we just did a quick little 3-minute video from the conference last week because we had a bunch of people in our room chilling out with us.
They were cool.
So,
are you gonna officially start it?
Are you ready to?
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, I can actually see.
This day with them on Wednesday. You can read it. Now there's a reflection on your.
Welcome to the Dustin and Cassie show.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girlies, upper class Americans, from minimum wage employees, from wherever you are, from where you're at, from Northwest Arkansas to your point on the map. It's the Dustin and Cassie show.
She says, I am now actively land searching.
Are you searching up here? Hi, John.
Hi.
Wheatree,
I have no shirt on. I do have a shirt on, guys. Well, it was way too little.
Don't get us demonetized and kicked off YouTube.
Just saying. It's hot in here, though.
Wheatree, I'm headed. I think I might not even be close to you. I think, if I remember correctly, you're out west of San Antonio. I'm driving to San Antonio tomorrow. I have to go all the way down to McAllen, Texas, to deliver a load on Monday. So it's from here, it was something like 850 miles, I think. So, which I can't do all that in one day. The max I can do is about 650, maybe 670 if it's a really good day. So I'm driving to San Antonio tomorrow. I'm actually going to meet her brother.
Get me some vanilla.
He went to Mexico and got her some of that nice, good Mexican vanilla. And he was going to mail it to us. He actually was going to mail it to us this weekend. And then my boss said, hey, I'm sending you all the way to McAllen. I'm like, where's that at? He's like, it's about as far south as you can go, just about in Texas. He's like, it's like Mexico pretty much. And I looked, and sure enough, it's right on the border with Reynosa, Mexico, which is where I went when I was 15 with YWAM. I did a week-long mission trip in Reynosa. So I'm going to stop in San Antonio tomorrow night. And John lives, he said, 15 minutes from the truck stop where I'm going to park at for the night. So,
well, hey, if you want to, give us some to try, I would totally try it. I'd even pay you for it. The only homemade vanilla that I have had, I didn't really care for it. I'm kind of picky.
That was that Tahitian stuff?
I don't remember. Somebody made some and gave us to try, and I didn't care for it. It was 3 years ago, though.
Steven, I think I might be going through Temple. I think I'll be going through there. I'll be coming down through Dallas, and yeah, so I should be.
Is somebody trying to come in? Eli, just open the door. Oh,
he said there was a cat up there.
With bourbon. Ooh, I bet you that'd be good. They made it with vodka.
Bourbon
vanilla. I know how it's normally made.
Yeah, man.
Gina's is pretty good. I have some of Gina's. Hers is pretty good.
At the conference, they had, some meals that were catered for the speakers and the staff. And that one day, they had a bourbon pecan pie.
It was delicious.
And
the first bite was a little much. Like, it took you by surprise.
It was like, you get a slice of pie like this, this long. And it was like this much of it, you could taste like straight up bourbon in it. Like the closer you got to the edge of the pie, you didn't taste nearly as much bourbon in it.
She said email her later.
I don't know. Waitree, I don't know if I have your email. I think I've only ever talked to you on Steam at Chat, I believe. But maybe I have your email and I just forgot. It's been a long time. But.
So the conference last weekend.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Awesome. Or awesome.
It was really, really good. If you haven't watched it yet on YouTube, you should.
I actually have to go back and watch JP's. I'm probably going to watch both of his videos. JP Man had a lot of scripture. Like I was taking notes, and at one point I missed some of the notes, and my buddy Tom leaned in. He's like, just write the Bible because you're pretty much going to cover. JP was all over the place. So, I mean, there's some, people out there, they're like, I don't want to necessarily say light on scripture, but I mean, they have scripture, but they do a lot of talking. JP, man, it was like,
but he had so much, and he was like here, and then here, and then here, and here, and he was all over the place, and yeah, I probably need to rewatch him and go slow.
But I missed a couple, like the first 20 minutes of his second presentation. I need to watch, but I mean, listening to one of JP's teaching, it is like sitting down in front of a 72-ounce steak, and you're about to dig in. There's so much meat to the stuff that he puts out.
It was just a lot. It was just a lot.
But yeah,
I think actually that was JP's was the mic, or was she talking about Zach? I think Zach's first one, he had issues with the mic. And then because he'd bring it down and then
JP's do that. JP's is like that.
But it was really good. And the river winds, really, really good.
If you notice, Wheatree on Zach's video that he did where he had everybody saying, "Go home and read your Bible." If you look, you'll see me all the way in the back. Was I doing? I don't know. I did that in Rob's video. You'll see me if you look. You'll see me all the way in the back there on Zach's video. But in I don't think Rob's put the video out yet. Rob, or he might have took a picture. But you'll see me in the back doing the flat Earth symbol in the back of Zach or Rob's video.
Yeah. But the river winds were really good. We had worship, and Eli, the cats are in here trying to get in the garbage. There was worship on Friday and Saturday, and it was really good. The one thing that I really loved about this conference is Dustin and I were like pretty much didn't see each other all weekend, besides a little bit at nighttime. In fact, the whole weekend we only ate one meal together.
Really?
Yeah. It was Sunday for breakfast. That was it. But I'm like, I have my phone. I'm in my little corner because I was selling seats, and then I was helping Gina sell shirts. And I'm texting Dustin, "Are you listening? Did you hear that?" Because we have been having conversations in our house lately about the doors and being a doorkeeper and not letting things come into our house and putting the name on the door and different stuff like that. And so that has been a theme or a thing that we've been talking about. And the River Winds talked about that. And so I'm texting him, "Are you listening? We need to do this." And he had ordered some boards from Zach a long time ago, and we just got them.
We got
earthquakes. Yeah, he's trying to move around, and my kitchen's kind of small. We had the table big today we had people over. It totally is real. And so, but we've been really buckling down in the last 2 months, I would say. I have actually gone as far as taking like pretty much movies and things that we watch are like completely gone. Any superhero stuff, any things that
was it doing that when I was trying
we're
to
in Madison. Anything that is not true and biblical. We've kind of been taking it out of our house. And so, and they even hit on that. They hit on the fact of superheroes and how, a lot of the superheroes are gods that are true at one point,
like Thor,
are real. And we're
Thor and Loki, I mean, they're considered to be superheroes, but they're straight up Norse gods.
Yeah, and so we're bringing them in for our kids, and so we've been kicking that stuff out for a while. But I've been telling Dustin, I'm like, I really want to anoint the door, and I want us to put his name on our door. And he has what he has in mind that he wants to do, and I understand that, and eventually we will do that. But we need something on the doors for now.
Because what I want to do, or what we're in the process of, is I got, Zach has the
sawmill.
He's got his sawmill, but he's got that nice red cedar on his property. So I measured the outside edge of our door, and so I had him cut boards and mill it down and plane it down, to it's 1 inch thick and I think 8 inches wide, to go around the door. So I actually make a wood door frame, and I'm going to get a router, and I'm going to put, his name on the top, and I'm going to put the commandments down the sides. So like it says, to write them on the doorpost, they're actually going to be there on the doorpost. So I got Tim, for whatever reason, thought I only needed 2 boards. I needed 3 boards. So I've got 2 of the 3. I've got the top board and I've got 1 side board, but he's got to cut me another board for the side. So I'll get those. And
I can see, living in a divided house, I get that, but you can write it on the doorpost. You can write it on your doorpost so small that nobody else even has to know that it's there besides you, and that totally works. He doesn't even know that you have to put it on the door frame. And I would just do it in a little tiny, nobody has to know. And even the Riverwinds hit that. They're like, nobody has to see it. But it's for you to know, and it's for the Father to know that you're being obedient.
So this is what I was get up and shaking the table. This is what we did last. Of course, it's probably it's gonna be right for you guys. So we did this above our door on the inside. So we have it in the traditional Hebrew, then the Paleo Hebrew, and then in the English. And I wrote the top. No, you wrote the top.
I wrote the top.
You wrote the top one. I wrote the middle one, and then Eli wrote the bottom one.
I felt like there was something special about all of us doing it and writing it, and not just him writing it. And so we did that. But it was really cool to listen to. It was really cool and awesome to listen to the Riverwinds talk about those things and other things. And it's like, because those are the things that I have been feeling convicted of and that I've been wanting to do. And so the whole time I was texting Dustin, I'm like, are you listening? We need to do this. And so we came home on Sunday. We got home super late on Sunday night. And so Monday morning before you left, we went ahead and did that. We still need to do the other door, but we have it in one door. And
hi, Philip. Hi, Gina. I'm sure you're watching too.
So
we miss you guys. Come home.
But so we did that. But
there's Gina.
The conference was amazing. So we got to meet a bunch of people. As y'all saw last week, we had everyone hanging out in our room. Eli was gone for the night.
Eli left both nights of the conference.
He stayed at a friend's house. So so we had people hanging out and just talking and fellowshipping, and it was good, even for my introverted self. But let me tell you, Monday I was like done.
No more people.
I was pretty done. It was emotionally. I think actually Sunday night we were driving home. I was crying. I was just like emotionally and physically and mentally drained from everything, which is usually what happens after being around so many people.
My back hurts.
There are people out too, I bet. So, but that was pretty cool. The other cool thing about the conference is that I sold 31. I think it was 31 seat sets. So
did the people that only took 2 of them ever get the other half of their seats?
No, Eli's got them now.
Oh.
He mixed them up, but it was nice. So I sold 31 sets, which will help put a dent in in my medical bills. So that's what I was selling them for, and so that would be nice, help to pay for those.
Mm-hmm.
I think the plan is now, though, I'm going to, whatever I have left, I'm going to take pictures of probably tomorrow, and we're going to post them on Philip and Gina's page, Isaiah4610.com, and we'll do them on there, and then we might have some on
90TV.
90TV
I would post
too.
them there too, yeah, for sure. I would at least post pictures and link over to Philip and Gina's website and say, hey, we're selling these. These are ones that we had left over from the conference, and you can link over there to them. And you might get people that message you in the group, say, hey, I want, they might just let you know right then and there.
Yeah.
So
we treated, they were $20 a set.
$20 for a set of 4, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get those other ones
I know.
that I asked about.
I know. I will eventually.
Like sooner rather than later before people move.
So, what else? You had a slow week at work?
It wasn't too awful bad. I mean, I had just shy of 2,400 miles, which is, it was only like 70 miles difference than what I had last week, with having a day off from the conference.
Nice shirt. Oh, yes. I forgot about it. He's got a shirt. Okay, so he's got his WTF shirt.
It's not what you think it is. And on the back,
it says World Torah Federation.
Love Yahweh. Well, love Yahweh. Love your neighbor. If you don't like that, I've got 2 words for you. Repent.
It was so much fun meeting them.
Eli, that's a joke. Eli just leaned in and said, that's actually 1 word.
Is it? Do you still see the liquid?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
forgot what's that.
Talking about the shirt?
That was really rude.
Sorry.
It's fine. It'll stop in a minute. So I had a doctor's appointment this week, and I got my test results back. Test totally made me yawn, Dustin.
Sorry, Steven. Yawns are totally contagious.
So apparently, which I am super, super sensitive to gluten, and I already assumed that I was, but I didn't realize that it was as bad as what it is. So he said that borderline is like a 13 and I'm at a 25. So he doesn't even want me touching gluten. He wants any soaps and cleaning stuff, anything that could have it in it needs to be gone. So because of this, our household is pretty much going gluten-free, including the guys. Because I do all the quit that crap.
Sorry.
Because I do all the cooking and I do that stuff. I deal with the food all the time, and so it's better just to have it out of the house and me not have to deal with it. And we'll see how that goes. He also said that I'm insulin resistant and that my adrenals are horrible. Yeah, I still did it even though you moved up the screen. And so my adrenals are pretty shot in the morning. They're normal throughout the day, but the morning time they're pretty low. So we'll work on that too, I guess. Same thing with my estrogen was low, but he doesn't want to deal with that right now. He's more concerned with my gluten issue.
Well, there's a chance if you get all that other stuff corrected, your other levels will come up on their own naturally.
So one of the cool things that he did, well, I guess maybe it's cool. I don't know. We'll see. But he put me on a supplement to clean out my gut.
Eli, she's got a pencil sharpener.
See if you can see this.
Get it.
GI Synergy.
Synergy.
And so it has wormwood extract, black walnut extract.
Ooh, that's the stuff that kills parasites. I know that for a fact.
What is that word?
Undecylinic acid. Caprylic acid, barberry extract, olive extract, and garlic extract.
So I'm supposed to take this. Well, right now he wants me just to cut everything out. And so I shouldn't say most of the time, Gina and I used to we used to do grind berries. And so I think that eventually I'll be able to do that. I think for now he just wants me to get everything out of my diet. So I have to do that. There's a set of pills in here.
Sorry, Philip.
So there's a set of pills in here that I take every day. This is for 45 days. I also, it's got a whole bunch of stuff in it.
Let me read it. It has L-glutamine.
Yes.
Holy smokes, how do you say that word?
I don't know. I agree with that.
Deglycerinated licorice extract, aloe vera gel concentrate. And there's a proprietary blend of lactase, maltase, invertase, and amylase.
So I think that for now, he's just wanted me to clean out everything because my body is so inflamed and messed up that he wants to like just do a whole cleanse and we'll call it good. They don't. They are
Is that the filler right there?
There are
the cellulase marshmallow extract, which is from Altheana officinalis root, slippery elm, gamma oryzanol, MSM, Spanish moss extract, chamomile extract, and calendula extract.
Yep, it doesn't
say that 5 times fast.
It doesn't have any fillers like that, and it is vegan, so I don't have to worry about pork stuff, which is nice. And he also sent me home with some probiotics. He warned me that these are super, super strong, and I kind of believe it because in the middle of the night last night, I totally was like cleaning myself out. It was not fun. And
I was asleep for that.
The other part is glycine.
Yeah, can you take that away from the cat?
This is for insulin resistance. So I have to take this before I eat. One every meal before I eat. So this will help to bad. This will help clean out, or this will help with my insulin, hopefully. He did give me a list of things that I need to check into for gluten. Apparently, there's gluten in a lot of stuff.
Hi, Kevin. This just in. Me. That's funny.
So, yeah, but for now, we're going to go to gluten-free. I forgot to ask him that and about my maca. I need to talk to him about those. I probably will put that on the list to talk to him about it this week. So we'll see. But you guys, I hate taking pills. And this stuff is a powder, and it is like, it doesn't taste horrible. It's just weird texture, and so I'm not really a fan. This morning, I made it into a smoothie, and I liked it way better. I mixed it in with some yogurt and
So you said one of those things has an acetylene in it, she believes.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably this one.
Yeah, because I didn't see it in those 2 things I read. Go on my bathroom sink and get the black tin.
Yeah, this right here, Gina, has inositol in it. Mix it with Nutella. I have to mix it with something.
The black tin, you'll see it.
It's yeah, but I don't like Nutella, and but I mixed it in the smoothie. I did berries.
You don't like Nutella?
No, I've never ate it. Whenever you guys have had it, I always pass.
You don't like the taste of it?
Mm-mm.
Man,
how is it? Like seriously. 12 years mix it with margarita. Yes. The one nice thing is I don't have to lose my wine. The wine that we buy is gluten free. I think most wine is, though. But yes, I can still drink my wine just in moderation.
Which is what?
Like a bottle every Friday. I don't know. So, but yeah, the other thing that I wanted to talk about is with this stuff, the back
Eli,
stuff
you are
that we've
shaking
been
the table doing that.
5 bottles a day, 12. If it
5 bottles a day.
If it wasn't so expensive, absolutely.
That's like $60 a day. That's that's $400. That's $420 a week.
I could probably do a bottle a day, but I won't. But I could. But with the different exercises and stuff that he's been doing, and with the inflammation and different things, I've had a tremendous amount of back pain. And so it's been a little bit difficult. It's been nice. My mother-in-law has stayed with me this last week, and she's helped a lot. And we've had friends come in and help with goodness into your health. And so we've had friends coming in and helping with things. So it's been kind of nice. But the one thing that we got from someone that came to the conference that I love, that I haven't been able to buy recently, is doTERRA's Deep Blue Rub. I love this stuff, and I use it for any kind of muscle pain, my back, great. You've used it for...
I can smell it waving it around.
You have used it for
muscle aches and things like that.
Yeah, like cramps in his legs or stuff like that. It works great. It is like icy hot, and so it goes on and it burns, or it gets hot. I shouldn't say it burns. It gets hot, and then it feels cold, and then it gets hot. And
he wants to hang on to the last little bit of the stuff you made. Where's it at?
Stuff that I made. No, I threw it away. And so I love these. I love this. Sometimes I'll mix lemongrass in it with frankincense and eucalyptus and white fir, because they're all great for pain.
You just said fir like 3 times in a row.
White fir. Anyways, so this next month I'm going to start working my business again with doTERRA. So we'll start doing that. Or I'll start doing that again. So you might hear me talking about oils more and the great things that they do for our body. Go ahead, show your beard stuff, even though I have mine.
No, keep going.
No, show your beard.
So I got something at the conference too.
He's a trader.
I'm not a trader. Okay, let me ask you something.
I'm just kidding.
Let me ask you something. Do you no, hang on. We're not there yet. Who makes this?
doTERRA.
Who makes this? Where's it at? Do you only use doTERRA items, or do you use Young Living items too?
I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Huh?
I'm pleading the fifth.
Okay, so no, this right here. We make this. If you didn't know it, the American Homestead beard oil. She makes it.
Make the beard oil.
And that's what I normally put on my beard.
And I make beard soap.
And I wash with that. But I was given this by Mr. John Pounders. It's Pounders Beard and Hair Pomade. And it's a pomade. So I use it. You don't like the smell. Mm-mm. It smells like our toothpaste.
Mm-mm. No, wait. Then that wasn't... I smelled something else last week, and I didn't like it. That wasn't it.
So this, John's wife makes this. I use it tonight a little bit. It's all this is coconut oil, beeswax.
That's a nice beard.
Who said that?
Somebody said you have a nice beard.
Oh, our way is the highway.
This is my product.
It's Brett Canfield. Right? No, our way is the highway. No, that's Noel. Hey, Noel. Brett is one man's way. That's why I was confused. Noel's the guy that's sending me the book.
Okay.
Coconut oil, beeswax, bentonite clay, sandalwood essential oil. That's all it is in this stuff. Which for me,
I love sandalwood. It smells so good.
For me, though, it could use a little bit more. There's not a whole lot of scent to it. But
yes, I agree, Gina.
What Gina's saying?
At least they're not trying to always touch it.
Yeah. Well, when you have a gorgeous beard like Philip's, Philip pulls it off. For me, when I grow it long, I just look.
Well, your
scary,
hair is a different type of texture, anyways.
Philip's goes straight down. Mine will just go straight out unless I comb it down.
Gina takes care of Philip's beard, which is why his beard looks so nice. She's the one that should get the credit.
So what you're saying is then my beard looks like Philip if you actually put the effort into it?
You're not here enough for me to put the effort into it. Get a job where you're home every day.
I'm been trying to work towards that. Anyway.
Yes, Gina, I agree with you. I don't understand the whole thing with beards. I like your beard like this, though. I don't want it longer. I like it like this.
Yeah.
I don't really like the whole bushy long thing.
Noel says he's watching strictly for the beard. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're out of the herd.
Oh.
Beard fantastic.
Fantastic. Nice. But anyway, so go ahead. You were going to, I just wanted to put in a little plug for John and his pomade.
This is one of the things that we sold that I sell. Usually Zach sells them, but I sold them at the conference I sold them at our table with his label. So, but he sells them on AmericanHomestead.com and AmericanHomestead.com. We also have an allergy blend on there too.
Did you read my comment to us? What did we tree say?
As we watched Joel's docs
us all.
Man, it's hot in here. The food.
Where did it?
Shut it off. I'm sure it's done by now.
There you go. I've never doxed anybody, according to what the legal definition of doxing is.
What is dox?
Doxing is where you gather personal information on somebody and then release it out on the internet. Oh. That's what Mr. Schultz loves to accuse me of doxing him.
We're not talking about him on our channel.
You can't dox somebody when their information is publicly out there and you just posted a link to that database. That's not doxing.
We're not talking about him on our channel. I still have the perps that have not been caught yet.
Yeah,
so I'm still in danger.
She got doxed a while ago.
Anyways, so is that all this week? And last week?
Yeah, I don't think we really had anything on the road this week. What? Oh, the window.
The kids remind me of the window. I don't want to be reminded of the window. So last week, when we got home Sunday night, it was, like I said, I was like emotional on the way home. Like it's a lot. I had fun. I enjoyed myself, but it is a lot for me to handle when there's so many. I think they said they thought there was like 400 people. And I was running our table and Gina's table. And so like we had our stuff on the same table. And so I was doing that. And so I was dealing with people and just in and out. And so it's a lot for me. And when you have him who is like super social and is always, in the center, I kind of have to play a certain part. And so by the end of the weekend, I was over it and I was done. Like one of the restaurants that we went to on Sunday was...
Yes, Gina, I did. She used it today.
One of the restaurants that we went to on Sunday is one of my favorite places to go. And
Shogun's.
I didn't even want to stay. I was like, I'm good with going home because I was just super tired. And so we got home anyways. It was late. It was like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And I knew that I knew that our grill had fell over and that was out front, and we had a dishwasher out there from when we switched our dishwasher. And I knew those things was out front, but I was not thinking, and I didn't have a light. And so I'm trying to open up the door, and I'm tripping over stuff, and I fell into the house, which for me is not a good thing because of my back and everything. And so I tripped over the grill, and Dustin came up to try to help me, and he was trying to move the grill, and the grill was sliding. And
every time I tried to pick it up, I was picking up the door, and it wasn't like the stuff was falling out. The grates inside of it was falling out. And so then I turned it to try to get a better grip on it. And when I went to go pick it up, it slid. And the way I turned it, the door or the leg of the grill was going right towards our window, and it slid, and the leg of the grill went right through our window here in our kitchen. Yep. But fortunately, we've got like the older style double pane windows. Like there's a window on the outside that's a single pane, and then there's like this far away, there's another inside window that's a single pane. So it only broke it didn't actually break the screen on the window, but it pushed the screen enough to shatter that. So
yeah, there's a hole in it.
I'll wait till spring and I'll contact the place and replace it.
It was frustrating. I was frustrated, but the thing is that accidents happen. It is what it is, and nobody was hurt. I didn't hurt myself falling, so I'm super grateful and happy about that. I fell into the house and I didn't actually fall like down on the grill or anything.
It's better if somebody else breaks your windows, because then you can get them to pay for it instead of you had to pay for it yourself.
It's fine. It's not. It is what it is, and so we can't do anything about it now. And so now we just have a window to fix. But I was fine. So I'm pretty sure that you were pretty happy about that, and that I didn't fall over.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
The broken window effect.
What's the broken window effect?
Dude, don't speak it. I don't know what it is, but don't speak it. We don't need to speak anything bad over here.
It's a thing.
Is it superstition? Superstition?
You said it right the first time. Superstition. Superstitious. Did you just... I said it again. But anyway, what else do we want to talk about?
I don't know. Eli's being super loud with his toys, though. I guess that's it. You know, we're going to gluten-free, and the next couple weeks is going to be interesting. Trying to do that. My birthday's coming up, which is totally going to suck.
We're probably going to be going to Kentucky in May. We got at middle of the conference, Jake Grant comes up to me and says, "I got something for you." I'm like, "Okay," and he hands me this big old envelope, and I'm like, "Is this just for me, or is it for the whole family, or what?" He's like, "Well, I would never give you anything that you had to keep a secret from your family." I said, "I get that." So I was like, "Is this something like specifically for me, or do I need to open this in presence of my family, or what?" And he said, "Just later on, whenever." So I took it and I went up to the room, and it was a wedding invite to his wedding. So that really touched me. I'm like, I feel honored that, you know, I mean, I met him in Beaumont the first time, and then they stopped by here on their way back from Texas, and then now this was the third time we've got to hang out. So it's like I feel honored that, you know, he thought enough of us to.
Enough of you, not me.
Well, you too. He wrote about you too in the thing. So we're gonna try to work it out to where we can go to his wedding in May. So
we'll see.
I mean, it'll be a good chance to hang out with John and Patricia and John and Stephanie and get to meet Sierra, and who knows who else will be there. So it'll be our first like official real like Hebrew wedding, right? No, I guess technically Anna's wedding will be first.
Yeah.
When's that? Is that next month? That's next month, isn't it?
Yes. Lots of weddings.
But, you know, I feel like the chat just died off. Nobody's saying anything. Are y'all still there? We got 9 people watching. I'm guessing yes. Yep, somebody's there. Good night. We got a swim meet in the morning. Good night, Gina.
Walker. Good luck.
Tell him to swim hard.
Tell him to pedal.
So is a Hebrew wedding like a 7-day event? Well, a Jewish wedding probably would be if they did it traditional.
Drive careful. It's supposed to be nasty.
Kevin said no, they're not all here. No, well, I mean, I guess Anna's will be the first like Hebrew wedding we've been a part of, but I think it's probably more like a traditional wedding than anything else. Just I don't know. I guess we'll see. That'll be our first one.
Well, I mean, in a way, my mom's was as close to as biblical as we've ever been to.
I guess.
Well, technically it is, because a biblical wedding is, they have what do they call it, a huppah? Like the canopy thing that they get married under?
Yeah, huppah.
Okay, so married under that. And it's
definitely not a
contract between you, the father, and the spouse, or, the two and the father. That's all it is. And they go in the tent and do their business, and they're married. And there's a dowry, and that's it. That's pretty much what my mom and Ron did.
Yeah.
So.
Make her a loofah. Well, I suppose if your hoopah has loofah gourds growing from it, then maybe.
Honestly, if we I would love to renew our vows and do it the right way.
Our vows?
Yes, renew our vows.
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 It sounded like you said vowels. We have to renew our A's, E's, I's, O's, U's, and sometimes Y's. Right now she's saying
that's what he does. He tries to make me look stupid.
I am not. I'm making. Stop. I'm just being funny. Oh.
Anyways.
Breaking some glass dishes will be thrown down. Nice.
Yeah, pretty much. We drink. That's how it works.
Anyway.
Yep.
Do you want to talk about anything deeply spiritual tonight, like we did 2 weeks ago? Tackle a subject in like 10 minutes.
I don't know. What is there to tackle? Was there anything interesting in the Torah portion today?
It was all about the tabernacle and how it was built. All the portion I read, I felt like I was reading a grocery list of all the things that was listed in there.
Yeah. What about in the New Testament?
We read in what, Mark?
Yeshua and
the Transfiguration.
What?
The Transfiguration.
Sure.
When he went up the mountain, and he took who did he take? Peter, John, and I forget who the third one was. And Elijah and Moses was there. I remember Peter didn't know what to do. He said, "We'll build three booths for you guys."
Apparently, I missed that. I don't know.
Oh,
Eliyahu.
That's Elijah.
Okay.
Or did I say Ezekiel? I said Elijah.
You said Elijah.
Elijah and Moses. Some people think that because of that Elijah and Moses will be the two witnesses in the last days.
Yeah, but the two witnesses can't be dead, right? They can't have already died because they're going to die again, and nobody dies twice.
What do you mean nobody dies twice? Lazarus died twice.
I thought that.
The script. You're thinking of the scripture that says it's pointed unto a man wants to die and then comes judgment.
I guess maybe.
Yeah, that's talking about a spiritual death, not a physical death.
I thought you and I have had this conversation before, and that I thought people thought it was Elijah and Enoch. That's what I thought too, because we've had the conversation because they haven't died. They just got
translated.
Yeah.
Elijah technically didn't even get translated to heaven. He just got taken to another place on the planet because later on, like 20 years later or something, there's a letter that shows up from Elijah to a king. So Elijah didn't even get taken to heaven. He just got moved somewhere by a chariot of fire.
You said planet. He did.
That's plain tea. Plain tea. Did I say planet?
Oh, so cool thing. Planet stuff, okay? Your dad, his parents went to the conference last weekend, and apparently his dad's looking into flat Earth now. I'm gonna be the only one in our family that's against it.
You're not as much against it as you are. You just don't care.
I just don't care. But I like saying I'm against it. But that made you happy. When I told you got pretty happy about
it. I've talked to them before about it, and they didn't balk at me about it or anything. They seemed very open and receptive and thought I had pretty valid points in the
well, yeah, but
points that I made.
Rob totally just helped convince. Let me look at my Bible for a minute, please.
Your Bible, where there's no mention of other planets. The only time you'll find the word planet
my Bible.
in the King James Version is in 2 Kings. And then when you do the research on it and you look it up in the Hebrew, that word actually means star constellation, not planets.
I don't want to talk about it.
It says God made the sun, the moon, the stars, the firmament, the ground. It even mentions the creepy crawly bugs and the grass. But somehow God forgot to mention other giant rocks out in the sky. And you'll get people say, oh, well, those are the planets are, they're mentioned in the stars. I'm like, well, no, stars are not the same as planets because there'd be totally different words, totally different things. Well, God spoke to them in a way that they'd understand. What? You're telling me the God of the universe has to dumb it down for us? No, he can tell us if it's out there. Just like there's a differentiation between the sun and the stars. We're told our sun is just a star like all the other stars, and they're billions and billions of miles away. No. And we're told the moon is a rock that reflects sunlight. No, incorrect. The scriptures say God created greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. Not the lesser reflector, not a lesser rock, a lesser light.
How much I care about it, because I don't.
And cool thing I saw yesterday. NASA supposedly released this image of the moon coming in front of the sun, right? Like shot from the other side, in the moon path. And the moon is supposed to be reflecting sunlight, except for when it passes in front of the Earth, and then it's just this big gray rock not reflecting sunlight. It should have been lit up white. So just goes to show you the CGI that they're using and creating. But what did Kevin say? How are parents supposed to act when their son comes home and says he's a flat earther? They're supposed to go, what? Haven't you been reading the books? Don't you know? Haven't you seen pictures from NASA? That's how they're supposed to act. Or they go, you make some good points. Did you see the rocket launch from SpaceX today? No. I'm on... Before we got on here, I popped up on a YouTube thing of, what's trending or whatever, and it said there was a SpaceX launch live, but I didn't watch it. It's not SpaceX, it's Fake X. What are you going to look up?
I wanted to know what their opinion
on
one of the things that we read, but I'm trying to find it. Okay, so in Mark chapter,
I never went to college.
So I want to know what you guys.
Good night, Wheat Tree. We'll see you next week. Love you.
On Mark chapter 9, verse 26, it says, "And crying out and convulsing him much, it came out of him, and he became as one." No, wait, that's the wrong verse. Sorry.
That seized him.
No, the one about convulsing. It's in chapter 9.
It's there.
Okay, right here. Sorry.
Verse 20.
Verse 20. So
Mark 9, verse 20.
So they brought him to him, and when he saw him, immediately the spirit threw him into convulsions, and falling on the ground, he rolled about, foaming at the mouth. And he asked his father, how long has he been like this? And he said, from childhood. And often he has thrown him both into the fire and into the water to destroy him. But if it is all possible for you, have compassion on us and help us. So I am curious what your guys' thoughts are on this, because we talked about it, and there are some people that say that actually means he was having a seizure. So some people believe that that seizures are actually spirits that are in you that are making that happen. And another chapter in verse 18, it says, and wherever he seizes him, he throws him down, and he foams at the mouth and gnashes his teeth, and he wastes away. And I spoke to your taught ones, and that they should cast him out, but they were not able.
This is the one where he said these ones only go out by prayer and fasting.
Mm-hmm. So I'm curious on what the thoughts are. It's like crickets.
Silence from the peanut gallery.
Did everybody leave?
They're all typing furiously. Here's what I think. Use voice to text. It'd be cool if we could actually bring people on. Like if they had a cam, we could turn it on and they could join us. You can do that on Facebook Live, but you can't do it on here.
I thought it was interesting. I'm so typer. I'm guessing he meant typer.
Typer. I was just saying, what do you
mean? He put Tyler.
But he's on his phone, and it autocorrected to Tyler.
Mm-hmm. I think that makes sense, because it says that he, like, from a childhood, so you can have it as a child. I mean, I get that you can have seizures and things from different stuff, but I wonder if it, what?
Well, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say, I mean, I think from a medical standpoint, you could probably have seizures or convulsions without it being from a demonic presence. But at the same time, there could have been, a doorway open at one point for, a demonic possession or oppression or whatever. And the seizures and convulsions could be a result of that. I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to say that, yes, every single person that has a seizures or convulsions, it's something to do with demonic. No, I'm not going to say that. But, I mean, there are other, medical conditions and things that, yes, can very much be sourced back to there's demonic activity involved.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, why are you yawning?
Because it's 11:11.
It could be, I know some are caused by video games and fluctuation in light. Oh, that's like that's like an epileptic seizure.
Mm-hmm. I have a cousin who has epilepsy.
I'll never forget the first time I ever saw somebody have a seizure was when I was a teenager, and we traveled to, I think it was Lansing, Michigan, to see Jesse Duplantis. What did he say? I would think demonic possession would materialize into any number of scientific. Yeah, that's true. Yep. But we went to see Jesse Duplantis speak, and during the service, like there was people, in front of us in the chairs, and it was like one of those like hallelujah moments, right? And this woman does this, and then starts shaking and everything. We thought, thought it was like a move with the spirit kind of thing. Well, the next thing you know, the people around her are scrambling and hovering over her, and she was having a seizure, and they're like, make sure she doesn't swallow her tongue. And it's like, that kind of like, freaked me out a little bit to see something like that happen right in front of me. But she ended up being fine, but it was like, first you think it's one thing and it was something else.
I mean, that's what they do though. When you have a seizure, you convulse and you have foam and like you bite down on your tongue and you bite your teeth and stuff. It's not necessarily fun. And it takes a while to come out of it. Like once you're no longer in that shaking and stuff mode, it takes you a long time to get out of the days of it.
Yeah. Because it's basically, let's say it's like your brain locks up, right?
I guess, yeah. One of the things that I just thought about. One of the things that actually had to do with the conference that I thought about, something that I've been doing this week. The River Winds talked about doing the Shema in the morning and at nighttime before you go to bed.
Before you travel.
And just different parts of the day. One of the scriptures that I don't know where, I mean, I know it's in Exodus, but I'm not sure what chapter or anything, but it talks about teaching them to your kids teaching them to your kids when you get up and when you throughout your day and when you
lie
eat
down.
and when you lie down. And I have always took that as just the scriptures. And they talk about it with doing the Shema. So that's something that we've been doing, that I've been doing it anyways. Every night is playing the Shema when I go to bed by Joshua Aaron, because I don't know it word for word. And he says it way better than I could. Deuteronomy 6:11. So I was wrong. And so I've been doing that at nighttime and when I first get up in the morning. And I think it's helped me a lot with at least during the day, it's helped put me in a better mood, so to speak.
I did remember to do it in the morning a couple days when I was on the road. But
I want to learn the Hebrew. I want to learn it. I want to learn Hebrew.
Shema Israel, Yahovah Eloheinu.
Yeah, but I can't remember. I'm
Yahovah Echad, Baruch Shem Kavod Malkotuv Leolam Vayed. Hero Israel, Yahovah is God. Yahovah is one. Blessed be the name of His glorious kingdom forever.
See, I don't remember stuff like that. I have to sing it.
I'd like to be able to learn, because I can't sing. I can't carry a tune in a bucket. I can sit behind a soundboard and I can make everybody else sound good, but what comes out of here doesn't sound good. But I would love to be able to actually sing the Aaronic blessing and have it sound halfway decent.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Anyway, or are you on Facebook?
I was just looking at something. Chill.
Just checking. Any questions before we go? We're coming up on 1 hour. We got 2 minutes left. Yep, we do, John. We battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers and rulers of the air. And that's very evident. You think about the story with it's Elijah, right, in the Prince of Persia, and the angel was immediately dispatched to give him the answer to his prayer, and he had to battle for 21 days. It wasn't until Michael showed up to help the other angel, and then he got the breakthrough he needed. But anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I kind of bummed that one guy isn't on tonight, the guy from Texas. Torah puppets. Is that from?
I don't know how to do that.
Is that from Torah Town? The ones that what's his name? Gary Arbaugh. The one that Gary Arbaugh does. Is that it?
I
have to look that up. Torah puppets.
I have them on my YouTube.
Do you have Torah puppets on YouTube?
I think so.
On YouTube?
That's where they're at. Is on YouTube.
Oh. Someone else. Okay. So it's not Torah Town. What would you guys think if next year for the conference they had Joshua Aaron and the River Winds? I think that would be awesome. Torah. Oh, do they do the Torah portions and puppets?
I guess.
Is that what it is? Okay. I think it would be cool too, John, since I didn't get to meet him last fall. That's okay.
I think that would be awesome.
I think so too. We're down to 3 people. We're at 1 hour. Let's call this quits. Thank you to everybody that hung out this long. It looks like it's John and maybe Kevin and Noel. So
we should end it with the Shema.
Okay. I just said it though.
That's all right.
Are you gonna play
Joshua
it?
Aaron says it better.
We can't play it on here because you might get a copyright strike. So you can't play it.
For 50 seconds?
Yes.
Oh.
Anything over 29 seconds, you get a copyright strike.
Oh.
So.
Oh well.
No, can't do it. What? Do you want to say it? You want me to say it?
No, that's okay. You just did.
And you want me to say it again?
No, unless you want to.
Do you know it?
I want you to say it.
You don't know it? Do you want to learn it? You don't want to learn it? Why don't you want to learn it? It's not too hard.
Stop whispering.
It's like very few words. Shema. Come here.
Shema Israel.
Come here. Wipe your face off and come here. Shema Israel. Not Adonai. Oh,
why? Why do you not say Adonai?
Because that means the Lord. When we actually know his name, we could say Yehovah. Like that's what Lorelai said. Like the ones you hear online, they say Adonai, but that just basically means the Lord. But whereas we could say his name. So Shema Israel.
Is Eli coming over here?
Are you coming over? No, he doesn't want to come
over here. You always want to get on our show. Come on.
Now we're inviting you on. You don't want to?
Now.
It's like the Dustin and Cassie show.
Come here.
Okay, so the Shema is Shema Israel Yahovah Eloheinu Yahovah Echad. You gotta do that with a phlegm. Echad. And then it's Baruch. Shem. Kavod. Malku. Tov. Leolam. Vayed. So Baruch. Shem. Kavod. Malku Tov. Leolam Vayed. So Shema Israel Yahovah Eloheinu Yahovah Echad Baruch Shem Kavod Malko Tuv Leolam Vayed. And it's Hero Israel, Yahovah is God, Yahovah is one. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom forever. I think it's the second line. But anyway.
You're hurting me.
He's hurting you?
Yeah.
So
okay.
Good night, everybody. It's been a blessing talking to you all. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. We'll see you all next week, unless I see you on the road.
Maybe.
I'm going to Texas. Coming back, and then I don't know what. I'll be off on Friday this week. Forgot to mention that. My truck's got to get its first service.
So it's time to work in the garden.
Yay! Woohoo! Okay. We need to get some size on that trailer so we can get sawdust hauled. Maybe I'll get some of that sheet metal out there and do that. Okay.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We love you all. We'll see you next week. Dwells, Cassie, and Eli out. Son of Dwells.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
Say it again.
Bye, Felicia.